your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
All right, today I'm at Cleveland Magistrates Court. Client incurred what's called a high-speed infringement, so he was intercepted exceeding the speed limit by more than 40 kilometres per hour. Basically, when that happens, two things occur. You get what's called a 6-month high-speed suspension. So regardless of your traffic history, that is triggered. So you get your infringement, and then once you've paid it, or 28 days after it was issued, if it's not paid, State Penalties Enforcement Registry pays it for you, and you just say then the money. That will trigger a letter from Queensland Transport. That letter will say that in generally 3 weeks' time you'll be suspended for 6 months. So, you know, as I said, if you were to get the infringement today and not pay it, or let the 28-day period lapse and then wait for the letter, generally the suspension will start around 7 weeks after the date of intercept. In addition to that, you get 8 demerit points, and depending on your traffic history, you may or may not run out of points because of that. If you don't run out of points, you've only got the high-speed suspension to deal with. But if you do run out of points, you'll get a separate letter saying, right, you've run out of points. You need to choose between an entirely separate 3-month demerit point suspension, or what's called a 12-month good driving behaviour period. You must, if you want to continue driving during the high-speed suspension, elect that 12-month good driving behaviour period. If you don't, you'll automatically get a 3-month demerit point suspension, which will make you ineligible to do anything about the 6-month high-speed suspension. That was basically the situation my client found himself in. So he elected that 12-month good driving behaviour period, and we applied for what's called a special hardship licence to overlap the 6-month high-speed suspension. And if successful, such a order, so a special hardship order, permits you to keep driving for work purposes only during the 6-month high-speed suspension. A number of things need to be done in order to achieve that. If you're employed, meaning not self-employed, we need to draft about an 8-page affidavit up for you as the client to sign, covering a number of things, but basically showing that you're going to suffer extreme financial hardship if you lose your licence. If you were employed, we need to do a separate affidavit up for your employer to sign, 4 pages generally, saying a number of things, but ultimately that you're going to lose your job if you lose your licence. If you are self-employed, meaning you don't have an employer, we need to go into a lot more detail in your affidavit. Specifically, we need to embed your most recent profit and loss in there, so the magistrate can see the expenses that won't be met if you are unable to maintain your income due to a loss of licence. There's a reformatory course we've got to get all of our clients to do, and we got this client to do it. That can be done online, and we got him to get some references based on a template with all of our clients. As I said, we drafted the affidavits a couple of months back, filed them at the court jurisdiction within which he resides, which is Cleveland, on the first day of the suspension. The documents were then filed at Queensland Transport. They gave him his licence back until the court date. So when they were filed at the court, they gave us a court date, which was obviously today. When the documents were given to Queensland Transport, they reinstated his licence until midnight on the day before the court date, so midnight last night. So he's been able to drive right up until midnight last night. Suspension resumed, obviously midnight, last night. So this morning he couldn't drive today, so he got a lift to court. We went in, I argued the application, and given the detail and effort that goes into our affidavits and the verbal submissions that I made, I reasonably comfortably persuaded the magistrate to grant the application. So given what he does for a living, I won't go into it, but there's a lot of changing hours. So he was granted a 24 hours a day, 7-day a week special hardship licence. He can carry, clients, subcontractors and employees as passengers. So yeah, he can keep driving for work purposes only throughout the next 6 months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Clients obviously relieved. I'm Andrew Wise from Cleveland Magistrates Court. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle imprisonment or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the wise man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving?